Welcome to Stuff Weekly, your weekly recap about the Stuff ecosystem. Stuff.io is a Web3 company which is creating the new generation of digital media that you own. You buy your ebook, well, it's yours. You can sell it, you can lend it, you can gift it, do whatever you want. It is yours. Can you do that with Kindle? Can you do that with Audible? Can you do that with Netflix or whatever? No, you don't own it. It is not yours, so stop throwing your money away. Just buy your stuff, just own your stuff. Charles Hoskinson is releasing his token. Charles, aptly named. What is this? What about Nike? Well, tough luck. So here's the deal. The team was at Rare Evo last weekend, and this was the alpha. What did they do? They sat down with Charles, they did an interview for 90 minutes, and they're making that into a token. So this is the new concept they have, which they call media token. A media token is basically a fungible token, which is usually very low priced. This token is just 1 cent, 1 USD cent. And it's not only a token, it's not only a currency, it is an actual video. Meaning that, hey, you want to watch the video? Okay, just pay 1 little USD cent and watch it. Why not? Do you prefer having ads on YouTube or whatever? No, just buy, support the artist. In that case, a billionaire. Doesn't matter. It's the proof of concept that you have some guy who is creating content, giving away information. In that case, you have a team who sat down with them, and they prepared all the editing. They prepared the technology to allow that, so there is work done before that, and you're just saying, you know what, I want to watch this and I'm gonna give you 1 cent to watch it. Sounds fair. Okay, so you have a token which, well, technically you only need 1 to watch the video, and after you're done watching you can give it away. Okay, why not? Cheap access to media. But can we do more? And I think we can. This is what they showed during the presentation. So the Charles token, 90-minute interview, only on Cardano. 1 cent per unit, 48-hour window. Full details should be revealed this week. We don't know when that's gonna be. Easy to share with friends, sure. And now, tradable for future assets / media. What they mentioned during the Rare Evo talk with Charles is that Charles will be releasing his book about his ranch on book.io. And if you own the Charles token, you can pay in Charles token to get the book. And this is kind of really hard for people to wrap their heads around, is the concept that, is it a meme coin? Is it a token? Is it a currency? Or is it just a media? Well, it's everything at once. Except it's not a meme. You have to imagine, in that case, okay, Charles Hoskinson coming in and telling to his fans, look, I have this exclusive content, this 90-minute interview where I go over all my life. And if you're interested in learning about that, then here you go. Then if you're a super fan and you would like to get more assets from me, more maybe airdrops, more perks, then maybe you can get more of it and use it to trade for those future assets. Here also mentioned benefits for top holders. It hasn't been disclosed. Some, let's call them rumors, say that top holders could get some really fun stuff, like being invited out in Charles Ranch. Pretty cool, if you like the guy, of course. I wouldn't mind, I guess, getting the Black Hawk. Yeah, that's pretty badass. So this is kind of the new, maybe, business model that Stuff is going for, it seems. They've been introducing media tokens earlier. It started with Beard, and the community went over it. It pumped nicely, then it kind of fizzled out. And people are wondering, but hey, how many tokens are we gonna get? Well, as many as you have creators. And this is really important to assimilate, is that what is happening is you have a famous, well, let's say a famous figure. I mean, Charles has almost 1 million followers on X. He's the one talking in front of Senate on behalf of the whole crypto industry. He has a lot of haters for some reason. But hey, to each their own. But he's known and he's saying, look, I'm gonna share content, I'm gonna produce content. Yeah, if you want it, then buy my token and then you can redeem the token for more of this content. If you are not interested in speculating, trading, whatever, just buy one USD cent. No one is forcing you to buy. Now, will the FOMO be real? I think so. I mean, NFA obviously, but what I'm thinking is like, you have Nike, the pig, which I didn't get on, and I'm not gonna share personal opinion, but I decided not to get on it. And then you have Charles doing his own token. So you're not buying from people who created a meme coin out of a pig picture, hoping that Charles would tweet about it and pump their bags and whatever. You're buying directly from the man. I think probably the last token he did was ADA, right? So I feel like there'll be a lot of attention to it. The 48-hour purchasing window is gonna be wild. I almost don't want to talk about it, so that the wider community learns later. But hopefully Charles will promote his token. That would make sense, and we see a lot of action there. And then it's a matter of him creating the utility. And so coming back to the business model that Stuff is going for, that they take a figure or its own fandom. It's basically that you take the person, it can be like an author, a singer, and they have their own mini ecosystem, and they will have the media token working in there. And I feel like this doesn't how to say, I know it's not what people expected. They thought that, hey, are we gonna use Stuff all the time? But I can see it that it's like a lot of different islands, each with their own fandoms. And then if you're a fan and you don't care about crypto or whatever, you care about one singer, you go there, get their token, and then get some stuff airdropped. Participate in trading your tokens for more stuff that you want. Have to imagine that some stuff will probably be exclusively purchasable with a token, so you can either get some early, and yes, there is a speculation aspect, or you can come in later and buy what you want to buy, or even buy on secondary. Maybe his book on book.io will dump below mint price. Who knows? But the point is that that's what we're gonna see. It's a collection of ecosystems, each with their own token. Now it's Charles, maybe next time will be someone less famous, maybe next time it will be Snoop Dogg, who apparently the Stuff team is really tagging all the time. Charles knows Snoop. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, let's be honest, if that's gonna work out. But it could work like that. Hey, you're a fan of this artist, fan of this band. So just get in there. What I observe with the general community who has been supporting Book and Stuff for a long time, that a lot of people feel like they have to buy everything. No, buy what you care about, what you want to watch. Then if you have money set aside, you want to take a gamble on Charles' token or whoever else's token, then hey, it's your decision. What I can understand though is that people are like, so what's the point of Stuff token if each artist makes their token? Well, it's not the same thing. Stuff token has a lot of utility as described in the white paper. Access to analytics, advertising, and also the creation of DEAs. And I think that's the point of contention at the moment, is that we're like, hey, did Charles buy Stuff token? to create his Charles token? I don't know. It hasn't been disclosed. Kind of doubt it, to be honest. So I feel like at the moment it's more a relationship of, hey, this guy is super famous. He's gonna advocate for us. I mean, he's the number one on the Cardano blockchain, right? So let's get all his followers, exposure to all his followers. Probably a bunch of them have never heard of stuff. And let's trade this exposure and 30% of the sales proceeds for creating his token. And he doesn't have to buy stuff. I can understand how stuff holders feel tricked in a sense. It would be good to have some clarity on what the plans are when we say that we need stuff to create DEAs. I guess it applies once the self-publishing portal is out. And who knows how long this is gonna take. There were some steps recently on that. I'll get back to it later. But yeah, let's say it's 1 year from now. So what we do with stuff in the meantime, not much apparently. The thing though that could be cool is if you have artists who decide to accept stuff as a currency to mint the book. Because hey, I stake at the stuff pool, I have my goods, so I get my monthly airdrop of stuff token. I could put it back in the economy. Not sure what stuff will do with it later. It would be cool if it would go to consume to earn, for instance. But I kind of feel the DOGs are being are confused about, hey, people don't need to buy stuff token to produce their DAs. Looks like for now it's more like a business relationship between creators and the stuff team, like mutually beneficial exposure. You give me exposure, I give you the technology, basically. So it looks like we'll need to be a bit more patient. That being said, once everything is in place, that you have self-publishing, that you have the analytics, that you have the advertising, I think those things will be quite used by the creators. Because, what's the point of putting out a video on stuff.io? I mean, you have to compare. I go to YouTube, I do this video, and I'm gonna see, okay, this is how many views I got from these countries. People watch until then they stop watching. So I've been talking for like 10 minutes, so probably a lot of people stopped watching. And then you can use that and try to improve your content if it's something you care about. But if you publish on stuff, well, you don't have it unless you pay for it. And well, that would make a lot of sense. Because, okay, I sell my video on stuff and I can see I sold X amount of them, and that's cool. But how are people using it, actually? I feel like there's a lot of insight there that will be useful for creators. Same thing with advertising. Look at the number of books we have. More than 300 probably at that point. So how do you stand out? Well, with advertising. And well, you need to use the stuff tokens. So I feel like, when I think about the end product, the end state, the use case is there for stuff token, no doubt about that. In the meantime, I understand kind of frustration, like, hey, those big guys, they come in, they don't need to buy stuff. What's up with that? Well, there should be a next space with Charles Hoskinson to talk about it. So if you want to raise your hand and ask the question live, be my guest. I would be very interested to hear the answer. Alright, so just to recap, the Charles token, full details to be revealed this week. It's a token, it's a video, you can watch it, you can buy just one if you want, or you can buy a bunch of them and speculate, or just share it with your friends, send to all those Cardano haters, especially Cardano haters, content creators, to show them, hey, look, Cardano stuff, maybe you'd be interested, and you'll see people suddenly will be more friendly. All right, that's it for this segment. I may go hard. NFA. I mean, look at the pig. Come on, it's a pig. Now you have the man himself doing it. I don't know. I need to calm down and not hype myself up, I guess. But nonetheless, super interesting because now it's Charles, next time to be another artist or content creator, and super cheap, like 1 cent per video. It's nothing. Like I feel like anyone could buy that, yeah. Now imagine if there's probably if you buy by credit card, I'm not sure you can buy for just 1 cent, but would be cool to see a system where you can access content for very cheap with no ads, and more importantly, you are rewarding the content creator. Come on, think like, I mean, I'm not saying that my videos are awesome or anything, but it takes me a few hours every week, and I do it because I love the community, I love the project. But if like it is work, and work deserves to some extent compensation, and then it's a vicious circle that, hey, you show your love to the content creator, they get more budget if they want to go harder on making better videos or better songs or whatever, then they reinvest, and then you get better content. And you love the content, they love doing the content. It's this kind of relationship that we are looking for. And putting a price tag on digital media allows that virtuous circle to spin. All right, let's go through some shorter news. This is from the newsletter, which was sent today, so right off the press. There were 8 employees at Rare Evo. Yep, that was last weekend. 8 people, it's quite a bit, so good presence there. And they were on stage with Charles, so definitely good presence also on stage. Very good. What else? Release of the token bridge. Yes. If you go to stuff.io, look at this. Top right, stuff, token or bridge. Look, if you go to the token, it's pretty nice. You see the CoinGecko ticker. And they explain what it does, and you even have the white paper if you want to go through it. This, I think, is pretty new. So to be a cool thing for people who are new to look into this. But to come back to the bridge, the Stuff bridge allows you to bridge your Stuff tokens on Cardano to Polygon and Base. I know some people did it, and it works. So far, so good. And well, it looks like it can take up to an hour to do the full delivery. So, and if you do like from Polygon on Base to Cardano, you have also to pay 5 ADA processing fee. I don't know, I'm not very familiar with bridges, but it looks like you're not gonna swap all the time between blockchains. It's more kind of one thing and done, or you do it here and there. In terms of liquidity, I'm gonna wait for this to load, but basically most of it is on Cardano. Then you have like 1.2% on Polygon and 1.8% on Base, I think. Let's see once this refreshes. But it's really cool. They finally did the bridge. I think they were on it since the beginning of the year, so it was a huge chunk. A lot of research went into this. You have to realize that a bridge between blockchain is often a whole project by itself. And some companies, they make you even pay for that. To build it for you. Here, Stuff did internally because they wanted to ensure that it was all good from a security perspective. So here we are. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for this to load, but just trust me, bro. Yeah, around 96%, I think, on Cardano, the rest Polygon Base. As far as I'm aware, no liquidity pools on those EVM chains. Don't know if someone will set it up. There are already tokens, so maybe it's the team that put them in there. I mean, it's hard for me to imagine people on EVM chain coming to Cardano and then take the token and bridge it back to where they are. So it's maybe more on the Cardano community to bridge over there, create those liquidity pools so that people can participate in there. And well, Stuff.io is a multi-chain project. We get Charles soon, number 1 on Cardano. Then you just need someone famous on Polygon, like Mark Cuban. Hey, we had it already with his book. Yeah, and Base, hey, Coinbase exchange listing. this is definitely in the back of my mind now that we have an EVM version of the token, or ERC20, however it's called. So that's also the other thing that this bridge may unlock, is easier listing on some exchanges, and hopefully it blows up. That's the hope. What next? Mobile app front, yep, some update. iOS is out, Android is on track. Not sure what is coming on those new updates, to be honest, but everyone is waiting for the real offline support. I think that will be the game changer. I also know some people have been critical about the feel of the app, that it's a bit outdated. I'm not on Kindle or other readers. I read at least one book with the book app. It was Jonas's The Heretic, when he was doing a read along, and it didn't bother me to use the app. I use it to watch stuff. Doesn't bother me. Listen to music as well, not a problem. So I'm not sure what can be updated. Like, I don't have a comparison, a point of comparison kind of. But well, if they can make it better, smoother, easier to use, yeah, sure. But yeah, offline support is the thing that a lot of people are waiting for. And now look at this. What is this? Stuff Studio is underway. Studio what? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, one part of me is like, is that how they call the self-publishing portal for stuff? Because YouTube, that's how it works. It's YouTube Studio, where you go, you upload your videos and everything. So maybe that's that, or more like big brain thing. If it's somehow where they will produce content. Hey, they did the interview with Charles. We know that there will be like Hosky will be there on an About Stuff episode. Looks like also an interview type of setup. Do they move into production? I don't know, it sounds a bit weird. But yeah, I have no idea what this is. So, no, it's just dropped here as a one bullet point. But I feel like they're teasing something. Next, transition to Kubernetes is nearly complete. Yeah, this was I think the infrastructure, and this would allow to have an actual QA environment, which would accelerate the testing. And then, well, if you can test faster, find the bug faster, fix them faster, then you can deploy your features faster. So that should be a good thing. It's nearly complete, almost there, excellent. The long-awaited USD value feature on your library or your stuff shelf is ready for final testing. It's just been 6 weeks, I think, that it's been teased. But hey, it will come, I promise, soon. And next, yeah, planning the next set of features. Yeah, they have a lot to do. Yep, consume to earn, marketplace. It's still supposed to happen this year. 4 months left until the end of the year. Sounds like it's gonna be a crazy active remaining of the year. But very good to have a lot of new features coming in. We need to flesh out the ecosystem so that more people can come, more creators, they can come with their audience, so the community grows, they use the token, and we get some life into this ecosystem. What else did we get? I don't know if you saw this video from El Pasoverse, where they released their plans, their crazy plans to do, like, I don't know how to call it, the Disneyland of 19th century Western. Basically, they want to buy a big plot of land in Texas, and you go there, you leave your phone, whatever technology you have, and then you move on the other side. You live in the nature like in the 1800s, and yeah, enjoy life using this Pasos currency, which last I heard you could earn by reading the books on the book.io app. When Pasos to earn, I ask. What else did we get? Yep, this is this interview with Hosky I told you about. this will be in the future about stuff. Actually, there was a post where they mentioned that they're working on About Stuff episodes, plural. Hey, still the hope that episode 2 would be an airdrop. Episode 3, I don't know. But yeah, it would be cool to get some more of this stuff, especially considering that episode 0, the Genesis asset, is going down in price. I think 78 ADA yesterday. I heard it was 99 for the mint. So we are below mint price officially. People are getting antsy. So it would be cool to get some more things to do with it. And then, yeah, also recently they had this X-Space with Lucas, the film director for A Hard Road to Hoe, the documentary about Brother Ditch. So if you're into that kind of music, definitely tune in. Where we learned about Lucas' journey, starting with skateboard videos, then meeting Brother Ditch, and then recording, I think, a concert in Hamburg, something like that. So it's pretty neat. All right, I think that wraps up the short news. Let's move on to the mints. Okay, so a lot of stuff happened in the last 10 days or so. What is worth mentioning are those 3 books: The Final Odyssey, Bedtime Stories for the Criminally Insane, and Poetry, and Maelstrom. Why? Those 3 books, they're actually the ones that went through the beta testing of the self-publishing portal. So it is real, it's happening. Very closed club so far, but they were our first testers. They went through it. The books are minting, and what I really liked, so these are more like standard editions, just one cover. And look at this price, 15 ADA, or 10 if you have the NFT of the artist or something else. So very, very low price. 15 ADA is what, like $5-6? It's very okay. And 300 ebooks. And if you look at the sales, first, like the primary sales, 88 tokens here. And if you look on secondary, nothing is up for sale. And we can repeat this with all of them. So the Bedtime Story is here, 15 ADA, also super low price, 300, like 60 almost minted, all right. Secondary, nothing for sale. And the last one, the Final Odyssey, 25 ADA, or 20 if you had the Bible. So see, this is what I'm talking about. You're a content creator, on offer, whatever, you produce content. Well, guess what? If you hold the Bible or whatever other token, you can add value to it, you can add utility to it. And I'm thinking, if all those offers, content creators in the OG Book Club, they give perks to each other, that's how we're gonna add more and more utility to our assets. So I'm glad the offer here thought about it. Yeah, Brian, thanks for that. So 25 or 20 ADA, and around 60 sold and nothing up for sale. So that tells you something, that we got our first self-published offers. Hooray, congratulations to them. Probably a lot of things to iron out, so thanks for going through the testing. And well, it works. We got 3 people to give us, I assume, their EPUBs, their cover, decide on the price, the quantities, and so on. Super low price, that I like. People who bought, they bought because they want to read. That's why nothing is on sale. Yeah, they didn't sell out. And so what? You think an offer is not happy that 60 people that I don't know, just 60 random people from the internet bought my book? And this thing that I spent maybe years creating. You think they are not happy? You think they don't see value? That they only think about selling out? Doubt it. And the book from Dave Nail Wilson, he published a few other books with book.io, and he said that for him this one is a standalone book. You can see he did more. So this one is a standalone that he wrote. And well, it's not part of any of his series. It was more like kind of an exercise for him, from what he explained. So it's nice to give an outlet to that, to this content that, maybe publishers were like, hey, you have this series going on, it's super popular, so maybe keep on doing that. Maybe we don't want to take a chance on something else, on a spin-off kind of thing. So self-publishing portal also serves that purpose, to have things that maybe would be gated, or gate kept by the traditional players of the industry. So we get more content. So really cool and very hopeful for the self-publishing portal. Then you had something really big as well. Frog Stuff. This is in partnership with Clay. Remember all those posts with, Clay Nation and stuff talking to each other? We kind of felt it coming, and now it is here. Another Genesis asset. How many Genesises can there be? Well, as many as you have content creators. Think like this: fandoms, mini ecosystems. So yeah, you don't like Clay? You don't have to buy it. You are free. Incredible, I know. So what is this? This is the Genesis asset, meaning that they plan to do a whole series of Frog Stuff. And if you have that, you will get some more perks, which are described here. Discounts on future episodes. Security discount on all future episodes. So here I like that it's upfront. It's gonna be all the time. So hey, if you like Clay, like the Clay animations, go for it. This is much more interesting. Ownership opportunities. Holders of the Genesis episode will be granted rights to participate in the potential IP ownership of Frog Stuff. That's pretty interesting, because I'm not sure who's gonna create all the content about Frog Stuff, but if you have a portion of the IP, does it mean you get something out of the royalties? Does it mean that you can create your own derivative of Frog Stuff? Might be interesting if they get big. And if we go to the last bullet point, as the series expands into physical merchandise or other media, you could own a piece of the action. So each episode NFT is a raffle ticket. You can win exclusive prizes that will be announced via the social channels or dedicated web pages. So basically, we don't know. We don't know what, but hey, I can imagine it's Clay stuff. Maybe you'll get your own Clay thing at home. And this is how you have to look at it. This is for super fans. You're being super served. You get this, top-notch content. Yeah, maybe there aren't that many people in the whole world who want it. Doesn't matter. You like what they are doing, you support them, you're happy to get it. If you're not into this, look, I faded Clay when they came out in October, November 2021, because I was like, what the hell is that? It's ugly. That's what I thought. I totally didn't come around to it, but hey, totally recognize the community and the project are putting in the work. So no, congrats to them. But see, it was not my thing, I didn't buy. I'm probably not gonna buy Frog Stuff, but to each their own. And again, it's Stuff.io becoming the infrastructure. See, projects, they have the community, and Clay, they have a strong one. And just shout out to Crazy Joe that I met at the BookCon, cool guy. And I'm sure a lot of other Clay holders are in the Stuff Discord. So big projects coming with their community, selling their stuff. So they're exposed to Stuff.io. Stuff.io makes money because they get 30% of the sales. And the community, they get media that they own. And then they can get some perks and those raffle tickets to get physical merch and so on. Isn't that cool? I think it is. Alright. So, fun thing. This is the pre-sale. It's actually just a trailer that you buy, I think 14 seconds, while they are still producing the actual episode. I don't know how long the episode will be, but just if you buy this and you expected like a full video or some, No, it's 14 seconds. It's a trailer, basically. But the perks are there. You know, discounts, potential IP ownership. Potential, so not sure, apparently. 10,000 units, 55 ADA. 55 ADA if you hold Clay. Or Gutenberg Bible or About Stuff Episode 0. Hey, isn't that utility for About Stuff Episode 0? Cool. So see, Stuff.io, the platform to onboard other communities. So everything will converge onto Stuff. Now it's those Cardano projects, Stack Alliance minting at the end of the month. Then it will be content creators from different ecosystems. Everything will converge, and then you think that those people will be like, hey, okay, Clay, cool, I'm gonna buy just one thing on that website. Oh, owning my video? Well, it's kind of cool. Oh, maybe there's something else I would like to own. See, we get their foot in, we get exposure. It's not, overnight that it happens, but little by little, all roads lead to Stuff. And then, we had a bunch of books released during Rare Evo. So Demons by Dostoevsky. This one was for all the VIPs. So if you got a VIP bag at Rare Evo because you got the VIP ticket, free book, pretty cool. The notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci and Crime and Punishment, also by Dostoevsky, were the other books that were on sale over there. So you can see Demons doing pretty nicely on secondary. What's the activity like? I want the purchases. Oh yeah, a few copies that went for pretty nice amount, I must say. So, Demons doing alright. What else did you have? Leonardo. Yeah, similar floor. What do we have in purchases? People are buying it for 240, 400. Okay. Some people FOMO'd a little bit. And Crime and Punishment. This one is selling for less. Paper handing is happening. Nope. Because purchases. See, wayup.io is really cool. 150, 170, 175. Ooh, someone FOMO'd. See? Saturday. When the first people put on sale. But I understand this is super limited. It's part of the RRL series, which is quite limited. The last books we had on that were from the BookCon, so like 4 months ago. Exactly 4 months ago. So hey, I can understand just 350 of them. So, and then they minted the audiobook of the Wealth of Nations. It's still minting. How much was that? 30 ADA or 27 if you got Alice in Wonderland. Or it looks like they keep on using that book as kind of Genesis or / discount audiobook for audiobooks. Wealth of Nations, which was already published as an ebook before. How are we doing? 1,000 audiobooks? Yeah, it's quite a lot. How many sold out? Yeah, less than 200, so pretty slow. And secondary 40 ADA. How much was the price? I already forgot. Okay, 30. So people on secondary are selling for more. For once, it makes sense. So and I think there was one last one. Is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The audiobook version, pretty cool covers. How much was that? 29 ADA or 19 if you had Beowulf audiobook. And this is part, I believe, of the Monster audiobook series. So how many books do we have there? The Monster series is 10 books. Okay, we're halfway there with the audiobook version of those books. Alright then, maybe they will plan something similar, like hold 9 Monster books, get the 10th one. Do they plan that for Halloween like they did 2 years ago with Sleepy Hollow? We'll see. But see, quite a lot of stuff coming in. What's really important, I think, those 3 books. from the self-publishing portal, that's very positive that we're able to deliver and test the system. However clunky it may be at the time, I love that prices are low. That's what we want. We don't want collector editions all the time. We want people to buy books that they want to read. And remember, get this digital mentality out of the way. Stuff.io, Book.io are stores. They're not doing money grabs or cash grabs or whatever. They're selling a product. You want it, you buy it. You don't want it, you don't buy it. It's that simple. They don't need to sell out everything. Don't worry, they're doing well financially. They sent 8 people to Rare Evo. I mean, how much does it cost to send 8 people to Las Vegas? I think a pretty penny, right? So see it like that. That hey, every week we're getting more stuff released. You're into it, buy it. You're not into it, leave it to someone who will enjoy it. Same with stuff. We got Clay Nation. This is pretty big community, OG project, and something quite unique in the whole NFT space, like all crypto, all blockchains together. So again, stuff becoming the place with more and more content from more and more projects. Charles coming up soon. Like, what do you expect? They are growing. You don't need to buy everything again, but some people may be interested in those things and then join. So we have to give them time to attract those other communities. And then it's the job of the OG community to welcome them and guide them. And by the way, shout out to Tall New Pinks for taking care of the Clay community when they had some issues with the minting of the frog stuff. See, that's what you can do to pump your own bag. Just take care of people, spread the word. Not everything is on the team. Hey, they said, and I forgot to mention earlier, but there was a tweet where they said they're talking with one of the biggest music labels on earth. Again, who is an investor? Bertelsmann. Bertelsmann owns Penguin Random House. Cool. One of the big 5 book publisher, but also BMG, a huge music label. Hey, so they're doing the work in the background. Don't worry, they'll bring in more people, more offers. If you want to go to your favorite offer, favorite content creator, tell them, hey, you should check that out, then do it. No, be the marketing team, be the sales team, be the ambassador. No, it's not all on them. They do a lot of work already, and they're gonna bring it more. But if you want to help and be productive instead of destructive, well, the choice is yours. Like the choice to buy or not to buy is yours. So, power to the edge. Quick look on the token. Now that the token bridge is live, maybe we'll see some more action. So far on the 7th day, we are pretty flat, 1.44%, still above 10,000 holders, so pretty stable actually. And you can see it looks like we're ranging. I'm not gonna do TA, I'm just gonna say what I see, which is that, hey, we went down when everything crashed, we went back up around 1.3 cents, and then down, and then it looks like, we are in this kind of channel here between, 1.2 cents and 1.25, that it's kind of being compressed. Will it shoot up or not? I have no idea. But what matters is that we have Token Bridge and we have Charles Hoskinson, and I'm not a fanboy. Like, Charles, he's smart. A lot of respect. Like, we are the same age, I think. And he's a billionaire and I'm not. So he's doing something right. So definitely respect the man. Now, what I think is that he has a lot of followers, or even people who follow him who are not even into Cardano, and they have no idea about stuff. And maybe I'm putting too much, hope on this, but yeah, my wish is that he's gonna talk about the Charles token that he'll release, and then some more eyes will come to stuff, and then some more people will come in and read the white paper and understand that this token powers this whole closed loop economy, and that maybe if they have stuff they want to release through the self-publishing portal, it would be good to get some. Or maybe they think stuff will revolutionize the industry, or the way we consume digital media, and they want to get on it. I mean, so we're gonna get exposure, and now that the bridges are on and we may get exposure to centralized exchanges, we may get some more action. Just put a little, I would say, asterisk on the centralized exchange thing, because when MEXC happened, when was that? April 9th, I think, something like this. Yep, look at this. We lost, I don't know, a lot, 30% maybe. So, yep, I mean, probably it was speculation that, hey, we're gonna get listed, hey, it's hype. And then, we corrected. But I'm pretty sure I saw a post about that. Someone who was showing all the Binance listings and how basically everything shoots up the first day and then just dies. Because, is it because you're on a centralized exchange that people know you? Yeah, the degens, the DeFi degens, because these exist. No, they will see you, hey, they will bot the launch so they can dump on people, especially if there is an arbitrage opportunity, meaning that it's cheaper on one side or the other, so you can just buy and dump on the other side. So yep, that's gonna happen. Long term, I'm not super convinced. Difference with stuff though is that once they get more content creators and more people know about them and more people have the app and consume the content and earn the tokens, then they'll be happy to see it on the centralized exchange. So I feel like it's more centralized exchange, supporting the liquidity of the token. It's more that rather than a marketing tool by itself. But at least we have the infrastructure in place. Hopefully centralized exchange will come now that you have an EVM version of the token. And then, after this big fall since April, see, we are back to where we were just after the token was released, more or less. So hopefully this was the bottom and you can shoot back up. Fingers crossed. And that's it for this week's video. A lot happened. Charles token, the biggest thing, definitely. Clay Nation's pretty big. 2 self-publishing portal kind of testing, which went well. So a lot of positive news. And as always, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.